5 minutes to stronger knees. This is a powerful in-home routine to strengthen our knee joints and to get rid of that knee joint pain. My brother and I filmed this in Colorado a little while back, but to give you an update, I'm still in Peru. I'm quarantined probably for the next couple of weeks. I hope you and your family are doing well. And anytime while you're watching this video, we still have our bundle of programs, our best in-home bodyweight programs for a fraction of the cost, just available for the next few days. You can pick that up anytime while watching this video by clicking the link down in the description. All right, let's jump into this. Now, what a lot of people don't know is their knee pain can actually be derived from having weaknesses or poor engagement or activation with the surrounding muscle groups. So it could be from weak quads, hamstrings, many times weak glutes or hips can be the cause of this. So in this routine, we're gonna be targeting all of those areas in this simple 5-minute routine. All right, first I'm going to just briefly show you each exercise and how to do this routine. And then I'm gonna go into the most important part is how to perform each of these exercises and do them correctly. The first exercise is going to be bodyweight squats for 30 seconds. Second exercise is going to be the star exercise for 30 seconds. Third exercise is gonna be leg extension and curl. Fourth exercise is going to be adductor squeezes for 30 seconds. Fifth exercise is going to be hip abductions for 30 seconds. And then finishing off with glute bridges for 30 seconds. All right, now it's on to the most important part, and that is how to perform these exercises and do them correctly. Because if you perform them wrong, you're basically just going to be wasting your time, not going to be activating the proper muscles, not getting the most out of it. So the first exercise is squats. We're going to be doing this for 30 seconds. With all of these exercises, I want you to go in a nice, smooth tempo, very controlled, not too fast here. We're not in a race. So for each of these 30 seconds, just slow and controlled. Okay, the squat, I want you to focus on a few technique points here. One, your feet are shoulder width or slightly wider. You can have a slight turnout if that's more comfortable for you. And as you go down, you're going to initiate by bringing the hips slightly back and start going down. Now, the whole time you're doing this, I want you to keep your back nice and neutral. A common mistake is for people to either overarch or as they get too low for their mobility, their butt and their hips will start to turn under. So avoid that. So go down, only go down as far as you can, maintaining good technique principles here, okay? So you're gonna be going down. You can have the arms out in front. You want your chest as upright as possible without having that arch in your back, okay? And you're gonna go down all the way as far as you can to the ground. You know, some of us, if we can get to just 90, that's good. But if you can go down a little bit further, that's great. But some of us, we might even be a little bit higher. Just go down as low as you can comfortably. Now, another thing I want to point on, this is really important, is make sure your knees don't go in. This is a common problem for people, especially when we're weak around the hips. So the knees will want to go in. So really focus on making sure that you can think of to wrap the inner thighs out and make sure the knees are in line with the toes, okay? And maintain this the entire time you're squatting. Don't have one go to the side. Just make sure to really focus on that. Okay, the other thing is while you're going down, make sure not to lift the heels off the ground. You can bring the knees forward if you need to, but make sure the heels don't go off the ground here, okay? So perform that for 30 seconds, slow and controlled, making sure to keep those technique points. All right, the second exercise is one that I actually picked up from people who've used this in rehabilitation with knee injuries. It's going to help develop stability, balance, and you're going to stand on one leg and you're going to draw a star with the opposite leg. And the goal of this is to keep your balance. So what I want you to focus on is maintaining good posture. Reach tall with the head. Shoulders relax down their sockets. Try to make sure the hips are square here. You don't want to have one too hiked over, you know. So we're holding here, and this is when we draw the star. With the opposite leg, you're basically gliding just above the ground here, forward just as far as you can, and also making sure the knee doesn't buckle in, you know, so you can go as far as you can, hold there and bring it back. And then you go off to an angle here, drawing a star, basically a 5-point star here, or even more. And then we're going to the side. Same thing, when you go down and you're reaching out, make sure this knee is stable. We don't want it going off either direction. If it starts to do that, then you're probably going too far, okay? So go down as far as you can, maintain that strong knee, then back, and then back to the side, and then straight back, okay? Now, you're going to do the same thing with the opposite side. And also, you might notice as I'm reaching back, my back is leaning forward. You can do this to maintain balance. However, make sure that your back is, again, staying neutral. We don't want to curve over or overarch, okay? Okay, this next exercise is one of my personal favorites. This is going to develop strength with the quads, strength with the hamstrings, and also flexibility with both at the same time. And what you're going to do is, again, we're balancing on one leg here, and you're going to, with a straight leg and toes flexed, we're going to lift the leg up as high as you can using the muscles here, using the strength. And then we're going to lower down slowly, and then we're going to curl the leg and also point the toe at the same time and go as far as we can, trying to touch our heel to our bum here, okay? And then we're going to repeat. Lower down slowly, straighten the leg, go up, and repeat. Now, a couple of technique points to focus on is while you're doing this, try your best not to have one hip hike up and not overarch, over round. Try to keep that good posture, standing tall, looking straight. And this might mean that your leg only goes up this high, all right? You know, if you can go up higher, but you're having to lean back, that's no good. So maintain that good posture, good technique, and just go as high as you can comfortably, and over time, you're gonna be able to get higher and further, okay? And you're gonna do that with both legs here. All right, the rest of these exercises, we're gonna perform on the ground, so get a nice yoga mat, or if you have carpet, and you're also gonna want to use, for this next exercise, I like to use a yoga block, but you can use like a stack of pillows, you can use a foam roller, even a sports ball, like a soccer ball, because the goal is all we're doing here is having something that our legs can squeeze into. And this is an adductor squeeze here. This is great for developing the inner thighs here, strengthening these. A lot of us, and I'm guilty of this too, have weak inner thighs. We just don't work this area. So this is great to work on here. So what you're going to do here is take your yoga block. We're going to lay on our back, place the yoga block in between your legs here, in between the knees or the thighs, and you're going to simply squeeze for 3 to 5 seconds, just a nice intense squeeze, and then you're going to relax for a second and then repeat again. And you're going to do this for the 30 seconds. So you're going to get about 5 squeezes in there. Okay, the next exercise, since we did the inner thighs, we're going to do the outside, and these are abductors here, hip abductors. And what you're going to do is lay on your side here, get in a comfortable position. If you need a little pillow to rest your head, you can. I just like to rest on my arm here. It's comfortable. The other arm is placed here just for support. The opposite leg is bent in a comfortable position, and try to have a nice straight line with your shoulders to your hips. Your foot here, just planted or just straight across here. You see here. We're going to lift up as high as we can and then relax slowly down in a controlled fashion. So up and down. Don't go too far forward or back. Just try to keep it in line with your hips here. And we're just going to repeat. And you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Then we're going to finish off with one of my favorite exercises of all times. This is going to open up your hip flexors. It's going to strengthen the glutes and the hamstrings. It's one of the best for strengthening the glutes with body weight here. And it's just the simple glute bridge. So you're going to get into a comfortable position, back flat on the ground, hands to your side, heels planted into the ground. And what we're going to do is squeeze our glutes. So make sure you're really squeezing here. And one thing I recommend doing is before you do this exercise, make sure you're activating your glutes. So before you even do this, see if you can activate them just by simply rotating the hips under and then squeeze. Just really try to squeeze those glutes and feel here. Are you getting that contraction? Because if you're not, or if you have just one firing off and not the other, we're going to want to work on that, okay? Because that's so important. So you know the glutes are firing. Okay, now let's go into this exercise. You're going to be squeezing the glutes and driving the heels down into the ground, or the feet down to the ground, and pressing up, okay? And you're going to reach a point where you have your knees and shoulders a nice straight line here, okay? Fully opened up, hip flexors open, activation with the hamstrings and the glutes here, and then you're going to lower slowly down and repeat. Squeeze the glutes, press into the ground with the heels and the feet, and then repeat. All right, so that's that 5-minute routine there, 5 minutes of stronger knees. And for this, to get the most out of it, you can do this 1 to 2 times per day, like one in the morning, one at night, or, you know, just 3 times per week, wherever you can fit it in. But one of the things I want to mention is you can do this for 1 round like this for 5 minutes. Once you develop the strength and that feels comfortable, it's not too taxing, you can start repeating this up to 3 rounds, okay? So start off with that 5 minutes, enjoy it. And then also, if you like these short, quick workout routines like this, stuff you can do inside your own home, body weight, just 5 minutes, then you have to check out our 5-minute body weight flows. You can check that out in the description. These are a series of routines that are just 5 minutes that's going to develop core strength while also developing flexibility and strength in the hips and all these problem areas, all right? So check it out in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like this video, turn on those notifications, and leave a comment down below. Join the conversation, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, as you subscribe to the channel, I want to give a shout out and really spotlight someone special here. This is Andy Weir. He's been a member of our Primal Body team for the last few years now. Recently, we had our RPF challenge, and Andy was the winner. During the last 30 days, he really stepped up, motivated many of us, even myself, because I was in this challenge. And he also shared a lot of valuable training tips, increasing flexibility, boosting immune system. And as you can see here, he's in incredible shape. He has incredible strength, movement skills. So shout out to you, Andy, for being an all-star during this challenge, just an all-star in our Primal Body team. Many of us on there really appreciate the effort you put into your training, the motivation and inspiration that you provide for us. So shout out to you, Andy. Props for being awesome. And I'll see you in the Facebook group. So as always, train safe, and I'll see you in the next video.